Even though I'm on a train. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I timed that perfectly. If you've been listening, you will have heard the train pulling into the station, and it was delightful. I was here with a rather splendid companion in a hat, but she seems to have left that shortly after I sat down. But then I'm a bit of a damp dog, so with all the aromas to match, it's going to find another suitable companion. I'm sure that'll be one. I just want to pull away from the station. Oh no, there's nothing else up that way. I had to run all the way up the station to get the train because details. I stood in the wrong place. Oh, they're blind doors, are they? Okay, fine. Yeah, right. There we go. I'll keep. No. He fancies his chances. I'm going to chaperone. There we go. Yeah. You keep yourself to yourself there, straw boater. Right. Hello, everyone. Who's banging on the roof? The sound of the rain's drowning me out. So I haven't streamed in a little while, and so my audio bounces. Oh, hold on. I need to do this. Give it a bit of that, and then I'll be a bit louder. Is that working for people? Is that working for people? Does that? I mean, based on me gauges there, everything should be copacetic. But we'll see how we go. Yeah, it's nice to be back. I haven't streamed in 2.5 months. But there we go. Right. Okay. This train was due to leave at 1:15. That's why I selected this, because I thought it would make for quite a nice opening shot. I mean, it's still quite a nice opening shot, but it's 1:15 and it's not leaving. Anyone would think steam trains were unreliable. Are we going or what, bruv? Come on. Chop chop. I've got a tutorial to get to. I'm going to give it another 30 seconds and there we go. I'll let you all settle in and get a brew. I'm going to be doing the tutorial for the Jubilee and then cherry picking a passenger service to run from one end to the other. And that'll be good. Am I trying to prevent the hosepipe ban? Yeah, as much as I could. To be honest, I turned on as much graphics thrashing as I possibly could to see what sort of performance it got. And the answer is, you probably don't want to do that. Yeah, it's when it's well foggy and it's raining. Even on my quite heavy hitting PC, it crawls a little. But I've even turned on the old motion blur again, because I've heard good things about it. Now, I literally haven't played any of Spirit of Steam at all. I'm not. I mean, I've done the route introduction, and that's about it. No, come on. Look, I bet I can make it work. How hard can it be? Come on, you bang in some coal, you give it a toot, you push something, and you're away. Like weasels. No? Okay, well, stuff you then. Alright, we'll go and do it for ourselves. Right, back to the main menu. Is this train good? Well, I'll let you be the judge of that. I mean, there you are. Yeah, the lady has no hat. I know, it's a disgrace. She should be reported to her local authorities. Right, so I've done the introduction and nothing else, and you'll see that by my score. I'm just demonstrating the honesty in there. Is the AI driving? It was. I spawned on foot. I timed the train to arrive midway through the old wait for the steam to start and stream to start, and there we go. Right, so we're going to do the Jubilee introduction, which is 3 blobs of difficulty in 15 minutes. What is there to learn? You'd have to do these in order, do you? Nah, of course you don't. Nah, it's going to be fine. How complicated can it be? How complicated can it be? Well, we'll see, won't we? Yeah. Okay. All right. We're going to get the professor yelling at me, I imagine. But it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I'm moderately to positively confident. That's a train.
Welcome to Allerton.
Hello.
In this introduction, we'll be learning how to drive an LMS Jubilee class steam locomotive in PR green livery.
Okay.
This class of locomotive was built between 1934 and 1936 and nicknamed Jubilee after one of its class was named Silver Jubilee.
Well, fascinating.
To get started, climb onto the footplate.
Right. Door. Climb. So far, so good.
Take a seat in the driver's position. This is where you'll be spending most of your time.
It doesn't look very comfortable. Can I stand up?
In this lesson, we will be performing passenger operation.
Right. Unlock the doors. I'm going to have to use the keyboard for this, I guess. Given that it's not an EMU, or a DMU, or any kind of MU for that matter. Go, we'll sit out here. I've been teed off in advance for the fact that the old blower likes to make a right racket all the time because of auto watering or some such. Yeah, let's get back in the cab. All right, that didn't help so much. We find once we're moving. I'm gonna rinse it. It's gonna be solid.
We're now ready to depart for West Allerton.
Okay.
The reverser determines the direction of travel and also how much power to apply. Move the reverser into the full forward position. This ensures you'll get the maximum power to get the train moving. As you pick up speed, you'll need to move. Slowly open the regulator to apply power. Remember that power delivery is delayed in the steam locomotive.
How much regulator do you want?
Has two types of brakes, steam and vacuum. Steam brakes will apply on just the locomotive. Vacuum brakes to create a vacuum.
I'm getting some wheel slip.
We use the
top notch. Oh yeah. Oh, drive it like you hate it. Okay. All right. Okay. Now let's maybe ease it back off again. And just there you go. Give it a little tickle. There we go. Super. What bit of a jugger there. Now I imagine there is a keyboard because they're probably there you go. Right, I could do the regulator on that. Okay, fine, I will do. I want to pull the what do you want to do with this? I need to open it. Okay, hang on. Yuck. Chew. Said it's closed. But I literally just opened it. Alright, fine. There you go. There you go. Set the cylinder cocks to closed. Okay. Oh, that's better. Oh, that's the make less noise button. And then we can just enjoy some clanking. This is good clanking. Nice. It's a shame you can't say pardon and he repeats. You know what? A lot of people have got microphones hooked up to their PC these days, or a console, or whatever. You could quite easily put some voice commands in there. What do you want me now? Open to 40. Okay. You don't want 40, though. You want 44.
We're starting to pick up speed.
Yeah, we are.
Reverser towards the mid-gear. This reduces the amount of steam let into the cylinder, but saves energy.
Okay. Oh, train. Notch the reverser to around forwards 50. Okay, hang on. About there. That's it. The fireplace there automatically opened, so that's good to see. Oh, about there. There we go. Super. I've got to stop in 900 yards. I possibly ought to be thinking about that about now.
We're approaching the next station. Let's prepare the train to slow down. Use the combination brake to apply both types of brakes simultaneously.
Word. Okay. Yep. 700 yards. Alright, yeah, I'm into it. And where's it gone? It was here, son. Thank you, fireplace. That's a steam, but I'll just stuff it. I'll use these. There you go. That's my idea of a combination brake. Push all the handles at once. You're on the bottom one. Okay. There you go. We may have stopped just smidge early. All right. Well, look, I've got an understanding for it. Let's wang the reverser back into action station. You hush your noise. Yep. Thank you, fireplace. And then just give it a little bit of a You give it a bit of a quick thrash. See, I've seen steam trains. Yeah, you give it a quick thrash, open the injector, close the injector. No, it's still making a racket. Let's do some cocks open, cocks to close. No, it's not feeling it. It's still being violent with me. Oh well, I'll live. There you go. That's good. That's good. That's good. Look, what? This is the best steam train demo yet. You know what? This was a thought that I had earlier on, which was, I've got a moderate amount of experience in train sim, right? I've driven an awful lot of different trains. Pretty inconsistently, I think would be the fairest way to describe it. And as such, I think there is value to be had in watching someone who's got some of the mechanical knowledge of how to operate the trains in the game, trying out new stuff for the first time and seeing how far you can get just intuitively based on having experienced other trains in the game. Or maybe it's just me. Well, come on, keep moving. We're not there yet. That's nice. Yeah, give us some more. Thump it. Why is that turned back on? Because you haven't played in ages and there's probably been an update or something. Alright, okay. Alright, yeah. Give me some 8. Thank you. Get me to the stop point. What are we looking at? 50 yards. Time for some braking. Yeah. Bit less braking. Ease it in. Oh, well, close enough. Good enough for government work. Alright, good. There we are. Okay. Good. There we are. Why does the firebox keep opening? Because when I play, my firebox keeps opening all the time and it annoys you. I imagine it's because we've got automatic firing at the moment. So the hope initially was that you'd be able to control both the firebox side and the driver's side as well. But there was just too much to integrate there all at once. So we made the firebox automatic. So we figured the least we could do is have the firebox open to show that more coal effectively is being added. That is the thinking behind it. Will we revisit Steam in the future to add manual firing? Hope so. I've got no good news for you, but I hope so. Frame brake you can also use to release the brakes. Yeah, I know. Set up the combination brake. Oh, okay, fine. There you go. Give it some of that. Apparently we're off already.
To create a vacuum for the vacuum brake, we use the ejectors.
Okay. Fully open the large injector. Yep. Wait for the vacuum brake to build to 21. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if 21 is significant, and then we can close it again. Yes, I understand that now. Right, open the regulator. Give it a quick thump. They all do that in every train movie featuring steam trains I've ever seen. They all start off like this. They will start in the station and then they go right, and then the driver eases it back again. And it's because he just wants to do a wheel spin for any young ladies that might be watching at the time. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh, good smoke puffage. Well, you know what else? I now have a desire to stand on the footbridge and get smoke puffaged. Yeah, right, we're stopping at Mossley Hill next. Okay. Just give it a tip. There you go. The fireman glitches out, so sometimes he's there, sometimes he's invisible. There you go, good knowledge. More disturbing, however, will be if the fireman appears midway through. I've had that. You've been sat all alone in the train for a couple of minutes, and then all of a sudden there's some dude sat next to you, just eyeballing you. You go, what? Give me trouble. I'll make trouble for you, pal. Get off my train. Yeah, there we are. You would love if the train sim was to do Glasgow Central to Gora. Okay. Like Mr. Ben. Yes, all of a sudden your co-pilot appeared. Yes, I do, yeah, like that. And then he never offers you the space, despite the fact that you must have seen the space episode. And yet, where's the space? Can I turn the lights on? Probably not. I'll try fiddling with more buttons in a moment. I'll possibly go a little early there. Because these brakes are not going to ease quick. See, brakes are really quite effective. Mind you, you were only doing about 30 miles per hour. There you go. TSW has a question. Well, go on then, ask it. There's my fireman there. I have a spectral fireman at the current time. There you go. Super. The lamp behind me is the cab light. Alright, okay, well look, I'll try to stop at the station at the moment. I'll have a look at it in a moment. Wait for it. 30 miles per hour sounds like 300. Oh, that's great, isn't it? It's genteel, but you know, we'll get there. Let's go park up. Right, turn that off. Roll it on in. Would there be big updates in the future for the game? Well, there's always updates in the game. I mean, big is is entirely up to you to decide whether it's big or not. There you go. Get the doors open. Get a passenger lock. Right, so we're upgraded to Windows 11. No. Apparently gaming runs smoother on there. No. I've not made it this far by being an early or even early-ish adopter when it comes to Windows upgrades, because doing all of this camera and lights and sound business, microphone stuff, the one thing that is guaranteed to ruin your day is any kind of Windows update. You're just going to go, I've got to reset all of my flaming settings again, and it doesn't give you any clue as to which ones are actually busted.
Now close the doors and prepare to depart for Edge Hill unguided.
Wilco. Alright, no, you're going to want me to do the brakey charge thing, aren't you? Right. Brakey charge. What do you want to be? 21. Okay, so let me get to 21. Yep. 16, 17. Thank you, Fire Spirit. We've got some kind of fire golem doing the works for me. Right, and then off we toll. Oh, it really does only want a gentle tickle to get going. I like it. I mean, arguably I could be using the reverser to not be quite as forthright as I've got it at the moment. But I rather suspect that's all part of the fun. Just the thing, you're thinking of making videos for New York City Rail, and you'll post some videos. Yeah, please do. Very good. Moggy's think we'll get updated to DOS 5.2. When are DTG going to fix wheel blur on Spirit of Steel on Xbox? Don't know. But I know that we've got fixes aplenty going on at the moment. So we should have. We're not quite at the point yet where we've got wheel blur, motion blur going on the front setting on the wheel type deals. But we should have momentarily. How far have we got? 2 miles? Oh, we can properly gun this. Yeah, go on. Give it some welly. Yeah. And we're up. Good. Yeah. It's all good. Cruising now at 21 miles per hour. Hang on to your hats. It's the future. Yes. Decrease the reverser. Alright, I will do. What's it going to do? We don't want backwards. Backwards, I suspect we're wrong. Let's give it 33 on the reverser. No noticeable difference. Okay. giving you all the decreasing you need. I could probably close my large ejector. We don't need to eject anything at the moment. I'm not trying to spill anything, but what's the next railroad? I'm not telling you. Come on, I mean, what? I mean, do I need to drop it off a cliff to get going any faster? Come on, let's go. 7 bells to signal box in advance stop and examine trailers approaching. Right. Whistle will do the job. Just to let you know. Any reason why there was no road map this week? Because it will be better if the road map is next week. I'm going to have to shout. Okay, a massive 31 miles per 32 miles per hour. Feel it in your fingers and your toes. If I stick this backwards, is that going to break? I still want it forwards. Just tickle it into big gear. Maybe that's the first gear. Surely first gear is for accelerator. I don't think gear is actually the right descriptor. Oh, okay. Well, whatever. You can't hear me. All right, hang on. I'll do some tweaking. I'll take you down to about there. How's that working for you? Hopefully, that should be a little bit more agreeable. If you need even further adjustments to the volumes, just say the word. I can do just that. Where are we? 0.9 of a mile out. Okay. I mean, we are going uphill. We are going over speed. Right, I didn't see that coming. I was concentrating on a myriad other things. Right, okay. Well, my steam thing is flashing at the bottom. Matt didn't tell me what that was about. Oh, television's lost signal again. Okay. I was evidently going through some kind of a junction. 0.8 of a mile. I'm only going 30 miles an hour. Yeah, you've got ages. You've got all ruddy day. Yes, bruv. I like it. It's good. That's on fire. Right. I mean, that's on fire as well, but I think that's intentionally on fire. And there we go. Drifting off into the distance. Do you use UE5 or still UE4? UE4! There's nothing wrong with UE4. The people using UE5 now will have started doing so pretty much from the second the beta was first announced. So it'll take years to get up to UE5, by which I mean like 2 years maybe, because you've got quite a big learning curve to go through. And you don't want to. I mean, there is a sense of upgrading for the sake of upgrading. Maybe apply some brakes there, Chief. Yeah, I'm doing it. All right, there you go. Come on. Right. You know what? Oh, we're going to get some Colonel Cam on my prop and get over the other side of the flipping doodah. Okay, right about there. I bet we've stopped. I bet we haven't. We're still coming. We're just coming very slowly. We're 230 yards out at 14 miles per hour. Oh, there we go. Love it. Super. Oh yes. Oh, it's genteel. Nay, pastoral is what we're getting. Oh, just give it a dab of that. Come on there, soldier. Also, you're not lined up with the finish line. All right, okay, there we go. These are off. No, the old "these are off" trick doesn't work so well on this, because by the time you've applied it, it's applied. It's happening. We should do more steam routes like an American steam one, for example.
That concludes all the basics.
I think we should. I think we should. There we go. All right, so speed limit. I saw that as largely optional, but Weave. Oh, yeah, okay. All right. That's a training mission. I'll take it. Right, let's do a real one. But obviously, before I do so, let's do a bit of main menu action. Nice to be back, MJ. Thank you. Right, give me some of this action. Right, and then flipping it. Where is it? It's wait. I'll find it. I want the objective marker. Yes. I want the stop marker. No. Right. Next speed limit marker. Nope. Next speed limit. No, don't want that. Next speed limit HUD. Yes, I need that. And that's assuming I'm paying attention to it. Right. Camera motion sway level. Oh, let's tickle that up a little bit just for the sake of it. Right. Okie dokie. Are there going to be any updates to Age of Steam new scenarios and such? There's nothing in planning at the moment. I mean, what we'll do most definitely, I think there's still some fixes in the pipeline, but I'm kind of out of that loop now. I don't. My new role is less about worrying what's out already and more about looking to what might happen in the future, which is great fun. Right. Anyway, let's go drive some train. Let's go drive some train. I was thinking about doing a scenario, but then I thought, no, I just want to do a timetable. Just give me a timetable. Give me just a tickle of clouds. Yeah, and a smidge of the old wind strength. Thank you. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, because that'll make all the difference. And then, I'm gonna do a full lengthish Lime Street to Euston. I think that's optimistic. I want to finish in Lime Street, so let's go for something that's coming from somewhere, ending up in Liverpool. Because I have lived in both Crewe and Liverpool. Maybe, yeah. We won't be able to see my house in either of them because I know my house in Crewe will have existed, but my house in Liverpool certainly did not because it was a flat. Yeah. Oh, sorry, an apartment. Yeah, that's how they charge more. Well, here you go. Do a Euston to Lime Street. Solid. There you go. Sold. 4 in the afternoon. Okay. Of course it was going to be to Lime Street. Of course it was. Yeah, I know. I'm very obvious. How do you turn off auto start? Oh, what? In journey mode? You can't at the moment. At least I don't believe you can. Oh, crumbs. Alright, okay. Open doors. Yeah. Right, that's the thing that's happening. Good. Now, I bet there's extra stuff. Turn on the lamp. Alright, Steve. Right. Give it some of that. Right. What else have we got back here? Oh, the live injector water valve is shut. It's probably fine. Yeah. Combo. Yeah. Bit of reverser. Right, let's crank that up now. Given that, you know, that's a good workout for the upper body. You don't need to go to the gym. Work steam train. The large ejector's closed. That's okay. I can live with that for the moment. Although actually saying that, let's start getting the vac going the right way. Although I'll probably have to, disable my usage of the whatnot and things. Yeah. No, you can in the game settings. Okay. Right, there we are. That's that done. Let's go and just get a view of the doors closing, because, why not? I mean, I could wait until 4:10. All right, well, I'm going to be pulling away before then, just so you know. Yeah, good lad. Asynchronous door closing. That's what we like to see. Right. You're a bit of that. Right, so let's grab that down a bit. We're on the flat, so we should be safe. Right, wait for the old vac to hit 21. Reversers to full funk. And then I don't know exactly when we should close those. Shortly, I would reckon. And we'll do it then. Mind you, I've got a red signal at the moment, so we'll just hang on. Poke my head out the window like a dog. Can I poke your head further out the window? Okay. There is an option to not automatically go back to where you were. Okay. When's this thing going to explode? It'll be fine. I've got motion blur turned on at the moment. I usually have it turned off, but I heard that the motion blur was pretty solid. So I decided to keep it turned on. Yeah. Yeah. Now, the real question's going to be: will we derail? Now we've got the derailing improvement patch has just occurred, which is a good thing, but we'll see. What's motion blur? All right, rail fan. You see how when I turn my head like this, my in-game head that is, that the background blurs. Now that's a video gamey thing that is used to simulate the way your eye behaves in the real world, because there's no reason for it to blur in the game. It could just be showing you crispy, sharp pixels the entire time, which is it's actually less effort for the game to have to work, but it can look a little bit less realistic. Ease it back, ease it back, ease it back. There you go. 12's good. 12 is good. How far have I got? 14 miles. I'm going to see what this puppy is capable of. There we go. And so what motion blur hopes to do is make it feel more realistic. Now, in the case of Train Sim, my personal observation with regard to motion blur, we've had problems in the past. If we go down here, you probably want to close the what on there, go. Right, if you look at the wheels, you won't see it at the moment, but historically, when you've got motion blur turned on in Train Sim World, there's kind of a pixely glitch thing going on, and a no game actually models wheels fully rotating once they get up to speed. Instead, they use the image of a fast-moving wheel, and it looks perfectly realistic, but it's faked. We don't fake the wheel moving, and perhaps we should have, because everything all of the physics are properly modelled in this. And so Unreal Engine, which is what this works in, is not brilliant at handling radial motion blur, which is rotational motion blur, which makes things look realistic when it's turning round and round in a circle. But we've tweaked it for this, and so far it looks all right. So far, there you go. Right. Why is the roadmap being delayed by 1 week? Availability of people primarily, and also because the roadmap next week will be far more interesting. The roadmap this week wouldn't be interesting. Next week it will be interesting. There we go. Alright. Okay, right, this feels solid now. Thump it. Right, regulator is on full crispiness. Now apparently if I were to reduce my reversing action a smidge, we'll get a few extra horses. The fact that I don't understand the science of it, possibly not helping. But hey, it's all good. Is it Simulgraph handling motion blur? No, but motion blur is reacting to what Simulgraph is doing, if that makes sense. That's about as rich as I can get insofar as my technical knowledge on the subject. You want an engineer? I'm a creative. All I do is I rock up and go, maybe blue, and that's about it. And then producers look at me and go, that's just flipping. I mean, arguably there's a little bit more than that. 50 for accelerating, and then 25 for cruising. Thank you, Moggy. Right, let's get it to 50. That's the regulator. Give the regulator all the flipping rinsing you've got. Alright, regulate! Alright, so let's go. Yeah. There we go. Alright, there we are. Might need to adjust for hills. Chances of that non-existent, but hey, it's all good. It's all good. I am looking forward to pulling in a fun call, which will be probably in about half an hour. Oh yeah. No, it's good. I'll take a rule of thumb for starters, Moggy. That's very helpful. Thank you. Yes. It's good. The other thing I would have liked to do with Spirit of Steam, but obviously, that's actually quite a big task, is change all of the HUD stuff. I mean, we've got a digital clock in the top corner. It would be very nice if it was, I mean, if it was like a little old-timey, you know, rotational analog clock. They're not that old-timey, dude. You own several of them. That's not a point. But it would just be nice if we'd got old-style hub as well. That would have been something that people would have gone, oh, I like that. That would be nice. And one should always be thinking of, what are the features that you can add where you'd go, oh, that'd be nice. Hopefully, more of that. Am I well? I'm well enough. Yeah. A flip clock might work too. Oh, you know, I want a flip clock. Oh, I want one so very much. But I want a big multi-digit display flip clock that will display messages that have been posted on Twitter or whatever. Because, you know, I'm digital, you know, I'm modern, and therefore all of that kind of business very much floats my boat. There you go. Keep working there, oik, and someday you too may lean out of the window like me. All I do is I lean out the window and then occasionally give it a yeah, because I know what's up. A little flipboard like airports had. I used to obsess about the flipboard timetable thing. I think it's at Liverpool Street, actually, in London. Or was it? I don't think that was the biggest one, but the one where they'd all go at once. Magnificent. I know airports used to do that as well, but who knows? Steam pressure's getting low. The steam pressure's getting low. The steam pressure is getting low. I am reminded of Best Defence starring Eddie Murphy. Well, let's close the large ejector. We don't need to eject anymore for the time being. Alright, let's give it some cylinder cock action. Surely that'll do something. Are we still blowing out the front? Yeah. Okay, well, stop doing that then. There we go. That's it. Thunder's going. Start winding back the reverser. Okay. Yeah, come on. Go on. Ease it back there. Good times. Good times. Oh, that's the tip. Tap S a few times. I'm doing it. I'm on it. We're well, let's use Moggy's rule of thumb at 25 for cruising. There we go. Give that a bit of a tap. Yeah, that's fine. Let's work it. Close the hatch when you're done, Steve. Come on, man. Keep the temperature up. Right. Right. Okay. Yeah. No, we're cruising. In my new role, am I working with Nat? Yes. Only occasionally. Because obviously I work across everything that Dovetail does, and Nat is strictly board games. There you go, right. Head, window, gone. Let's go. With my glass shield here. Which one would imagine, given the era, is going to be made. I need some good knowledge here, folks. I imagine that's made of tempered glass, right? Which means if a train coming the other way kicks up a bit of ballast and that breaks, I'm getting it directly in the face. That said, of course, if there were a train coming in the opposite direction, one should probably not have their head stuck out the window anyway. I digress. I still think that is not going to be, you know, safety perspex. Close the regulator momentarily to restore the boiler pressure. I like this knowledge. Okay, alright, we'll close her up. Right, now, where am I looking for boiler pressure? It's the thing at the bottom. Is it? We'll see if it starts going up. I mean, we're rocketing along here at near 60. There you go. Alright, well, those two lozenge gauges there, they're changing. Oh, yeah. There we are. It'll shatter. Right, straight into your face. You'll take an eye full of safety, full of tempered glass. That's what I'm saying. It's a health and safety thing. I'll put cork in it. Where am I looking for my steam pressure? I think aircraft had some kind of plastic equivalent. Well, that's what I'm asking, because I'm sure one of you knows. All right, hang on. Look, let's. Where am I? Oh, I've moved sides. I don't want to move sides. I want to get out of the chair. Thank you. I'm going to look at some stuff. Excuse me, Steve. Come on. Move yourself. Get out of the flipping... I'm trying to look at... Oh, what? All I did was use the mouse wheel. Well, there we go. I just wanted to look at the gauges. And there'll be another one along in a minute. Ho-hum. Right, okay, there we are. See. Anyway, everything seems to be working perfectly. Let's grip it and rip it. Rip it. There you go. There you go. Back. Let's go 24. I thought 24 is a realistic thing to do. The fireman pushed me out. Flipping Steve. Yeah! I took him with me. In your face, Stephen. Oh, right, now I can go look at the gauges. You are pounds per square inch steam pressure. You are pounds per square inch more boiler pressure. Or one of them's one is the other. Okay, yeah, okay, alright. And what are you? You are inches of mercury temperature. Oh, well, whatever. Yeah, it can't be important. So, the little one, which I can't see, yeah, the little one is the one at the bottom, the big one's the one above. Right, no idea what I mean, but the train's still moving, and therefore it's good. So the top one's boiler, the bottom one's the steam chest. Right, okay. Brake pressure for inches of mercury. Why are we using mercury in the brakes? Hydraulic fluid, that's what you want in there. That would seem to be more sensible. The lower one is steam chest pressure. Okay. Right, okay, and it has picked back up again. Now if I close off my rego and just ease it tickling along there for a bit. No, see look, if I crank it, that's how much I'm using. Maybe that's how much I'm thrusting in there, and then, alright, so what are those 2 3-bar white gauges on the side there? Because now they're saying, we are G to, no, they can't make their mind up, they're not G to G at all. They're very variable, their mood changes so very quickly. It's the 50s, they worshipped Mercury. That's possibly true. And radium. Yeah, I want radium painted gauges. It's a measurement for vacuum. Inch of mercury is indicating how many inches a vacuum can lift a set level of mercury in relation to the atmosphere. Rosie, you big legend. Good work. Very nice. Okay, I understand that. That's a thing I understand. And then, of course, if you had a level of knowledge, you would know what an appropriate amount of lift was at any given moment. So that's okay. That makes sense. Is a Swedish game or Metro Line ever going to be added to TSW2 or future TSW games? I couldn't possibly predict because we want to add stuff from everywhere, but I couldn't tell you. Have I tried SOS Hubless yet? This is my first time trying it full stop. I think it would be a bit adventurous to be going full hunters. Ooh, look at the... Good job on the rotational blur. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a bit technical, but this is what I was going to say earlier. The one thing I've noticed about adding playing with motion blur on versus off is the train seems faster. You get a much better sense of speed if you've got the, feel it in your face. You get a much greater sense of speed with the motion blur turned on. Right, it's just crucial. There we go. How far have we got? 4.5 miles. What time are we supposed to get there? They don't. Oh, it's a go fire. Oh, go fire. Right. You managed 2 HUDless stops on HS1. Nice. I'm a big proponent of driving HUDless. Matt is as well, but the pair of us are big fans of driving with no HUD. After both, we had a big conversation about it after we both played Sim Metro, because that doesn't have a HUD in it. It just has the instrumentation in the cab. And my goodness me, do you get sucked into the game? You get completely drawn into what you're doing. Now, the benefit is that even as a novice, driving a subway service, a metro service, there are a lot more telltales on the track that you can look for with regard to what you're supposed to be doing. So you can see stations coming and that kind of thing. But yeah, no, driving HUDless is so much more fun. But what we're missing is a pathway between all of this gubbins on the screen here turned on and no gubbins at all. And it's almost like you need a step-by-step route to go from I've got lots of help, thank you very much, and I'm quite happy using it, to I don't need help anymore, thank you. Train's a bit loud. Well, we are going jolly fast. Hang on, I'll tweak it, but I can't tweak it back up again. That would be a step too far. There you go. I'll take it down. There you go. Try minus 17.6 of the decibels. Yeah. I mean, the only other thing I can do is pull the microphone closer, but then things start to get properly lively. There we go. Let's go. Let's give it a bit of that. There you are. That'll probably also help. Right. Into the moment. Proper clock in the cab and a timetable on the clipboard, or even like a pocket watch hanging from your clipboard. I would say would be good. Yeah. Is it not time to change the Go Via logo? Yes, it really, 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 really is. It really is. Or if not change the icon itself, just change the colour. You know, make it blue instead of white, and then you kind of go, oh, okay, I can safely ignore that. Right. Okay. I mean, that's the problem with good suggestions, right? It's all very well having good suggestions, but they remain only that until someone acts on them, and then we've got to. I mean, if we were going to change one thing in the HUD, we'd look at. Well, okay, are there other things that we could be fixing at the same time? And there almost certainly is, or are. The Go Via logo looks like you're playing Portal. It does, a little bit. Other than your shunting scenarios, do you think it would be possible to hide the Go Via icon? Yeah, it is, because it is largely redundant. It's there for scoring purposes more than anything else, and for scoring and routing. Right, ease that back a smidge. Right, because yes, we've got a speed limit coming up in 2 miles. That's okay, as long as it's not the same colour as the sky. Thank you, Super Steve. We test that. We do a lot of testing with accessibility, to make sure that we're getting our contrast in the right kind of area. Because the last thing you want is for people to not be able to see stuff. That doesn't help at all. And sometimes we get that completely wrong, which is why we've started paying more attention to accessibility testing. I mean, historically, we've always done it as like, yeah, that feels about right. Yeah. Okay, you think changing the colour could be rough on accessibility? Not if you've got it outlined. If you gave it a black outline with a nice blue in there, because the thing is that the icon itself is really rather small, so you'd want something that pops, and colour will pop. Yeah. You have to consider people with colour blindness. Absolutely. All we're asking is to tell the difference between white and any other colour that isn't red. Anyway, this is all hypothetical. All right, I've got 6 miles to go. Yes, and 2 minutes to go. What? 1 minute to get there. Evidently, I did not accelerate aggressively enough, and we've got a speed change coming up. All right, let's give it a dose of this. Let's turn that off before we do so. This is the kind of manoeuvre that usually sends the train into space. Hold on to your hats there, ladies. Yeah, we'll be right. We'll be right. Yeah, I know I'm over limit. It's fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. There you go. Brakes back off. There you go. Give the old large ejector a dab. Crank it back up again. There you go. Right. How's the large ejector doing? Only at 16.5. Get it to 21. Okay. 21 is the magic number. Right. Okay. It would be nice to actually see a hand moving the controls. Yes and no. I mean, yes, in the sense of if it was done really well, sure. No, in the sense of if it's done really badly, it will just look horrible. I mean, you can probably close your doodads. Okay, close the doodads. Give the reverser some action. There you go. Put it into thump it. Okay. Thumping it. About there. Right. Okay. And give that the beans. Beans deployed. Super job. Loving your work. Never had a derail with coaches. Thought it was only trucks. Couldn't tell you. Is the timetable based on the real thing? Yes. Timetable is based on real timetables from the era. Do you want to have some of that? There you go. Hope you feel better. Okay. Well, this isn't... I had anticipated this being fearsomely complex, you know. Now, I mean, admittedly, I don't know what I'm doing. So I have no idea. I found this playing Train Sim Classic, as it's called these days, is that I took a steam train out, and it drove lovely for a couple of miles, and then it stopped. Completely. And I went, what do you want from me? And no, the Scotsman decided to fly no further. And I was just like, oh, you're a big disappointment to all of us then, aren't you? Yeah, and that was the end of that. Not a clue, not a Scooby. Kind of go like, I didn't come here because I want to drive the real thing. I came here on a small ejector, but let's close that as well. Yeah, I don't think we need that anymore at the moment, do we? Probably not. Right. Okay. It was unfitted trucks that caused the derails. That makes a lot of sense. The unfitted trucks were something that Big Boss Paul wanted in because he felt that would be, present quite a healthy challenge. Right, we're going uphill, so let's give it a bit more thrust. Earlier about a plastic windshield, when you pop your head out, should be reinforced plastic visor on the outside of the cab windows on today's steam locos. But this is not today's steam locos. This is steam locos from years ago, 70. So my question was, would said blast shield here, would that be glass or plastic? And my assertion is glass, and therefore it's going to break when something hits it and take your head clean off. We're losing speed. Okay, well look, we closed the small ejector, let's open it again. That obviously makes people feel better about life. Let's do it. There you go. Okay. Yeah. What else? Crank that down to about 50. Okay, have done. Right, give that max cheese. Right. Yell at Steve. I would, but he's not here anymore. Okay, make sure the brakes are off. Brakes are off. Okay. Right. Small ejector is needed to maintain vacuum. Otherwise, small imperfections and leaks can cause the brakes to slowly apply themselves. Evidently, that was what I was doing then. Maybe. It could have just been the slope. Dampers! That's all very well yelling dampers. No one's told me to do anything with dampers yet. Dampers. Dampers. How do I make things more damp? Right, exhaust injector water valve. Yeah, give it a bit of that. Right, not too much. About that much. There you go. Right. Okay. Oh, what are you? Oh, no clue. Okay. Right. Find something labelled dampers. Twiggle it. Oh, open the blower. That's a supercharger, right? That's what we need. Spin up the supercharger. No? No, I'm being facetious. It's okay. I know that's not it. The gauge glass isolating cock. Close that bad boy. You get yourself isolated. How far out are we? 2 miles. And you, that's a shovel. Oh, what's this? Hose pipe. Front dampers 100%. Let's try 0 for a bit and see how that happens. Nice. Damps 2 vertical levers on the cab floor. If you pull them to open, the fireman usually controls them. Alright. Is that what I want? Oh, look, my top gauge has dropped a bit. Yes. That's not new hair, Swifty. It's same hair, just less of it. That's about the size. We are picking up some speed here gradually. When's the next 4-up challenge? Not for a little while yet. Did I have the next one planned? I did. Yes, I did actually. I've got a good one. I've got a good one planned. Where's Steve gone? I kicked him off the train when he kicked me off the train. I dragged him with me. I was supposed to talk about gauge glass isolation thing. The buffet car's open. Yeah, possibly. Right, where are we? 1.3 coming into Funcorn. Oh yeah. Alright, well, do you want to ease things off or back or up or down or what? No, we'll wait for half a mile. So it's all fine. Everything's cool here. Okay, well, I mean, we're very late, but we're really enjoying the ride. I'll reset all those gubbins to usual operation once we pull into the station. You reckon the game will have performance problems after the roadmap? You don't need to be clairvoyant to make that that prediction. Right, you've got 55 mile per hour limit coming up in 800 yards. Let's tweak that down. Give it just a slightest tickle of that. Alright, is that bit? No. Alright, give it enough so it does bite. There we go. Come on, bite, sucker. In your own time. We got a flipping red coming up. Everything on. Alright. Alright, reverser to full reverse. And then open the throttle. There you go. Ooh, I wonder if I can fall it. Well, we're going to overshoot here. No, that one didn't work. Oh, poo. Oh. Nuts. Okay, all right. Well, that's fine. That's okay. I don't want to continue that. No. What we'll do is I'm going to press this button and see what happens. You never know. If it's backed up by 10 miles, we won't do that. We'll pick up a service from Runcorn and go from there. Right. The top left gauge shows boiler pressure. Well, that's not helpful. No, apparently it is. No, we've still got 7 miles to go. Oh, okay, fine. And we're already at speed. All right, fine. And we've got full whiz. Hold on. I got a replacement. All right, Mary. Lovely to see you. Okay, yeah. No, we're still going. Where's the emergency brake? I thought throwing it into reverse and giving it full beans would do the trick, but apparently not so much. Right, let's turn that off. Mid-gear, please. Thank you. Which I'm going to assume is neutral in some regard. I fancy a diesel run instead. We're not doing diesel this evening. This is all about the steams. This one. Yeah, all about the steams. Right, that's closed. Yeah, that's closed. Yeah, that's open. But it's been that way all along. I think you're fine. I think you're fine. Okay. Right. Yeah. Your own problems. Now, will you shut up if I do that? No. Makes a different noise, though. Well, yes. Yeah, I know we're going too fast. It's okay, the speed limit picks straight back up again, and as long as we don't come off the track, all is well. You know, this is race etiquette. As long as you don't fall off the track, everything's fine. You're just sacrificing a few points to keep going at a reasonable tempo. What's my favourite route? I don't have one. No, I genuinely don't have a favourite route. I've got routes I like and routes that I'm ambivalent towards, but fundamentally I don't have a favourite one. It's all about trains. I have different trains that I like, and I like quite a few. There we go. Right, ease that back off again. Open this back up again. There we go. Yeah. All right, give it a dab of this and hope that it shuts up. It might only shut up if you also put a reverser in. No, all right then, go on. Have a little bit. Go on, have a little bit more. There you go. Right. Go on, you get up to 21 and I'll close you off again. Near enough. No, it's not there. Get it there or it won't work. There you go, 21.1. That's the ticket. Okay. You get more points for being on time than you do by sticking to the speed limit. That was funny. That was very fun. That was very satisfying, beating Matt at his own game. I think Matt found it less amusing, but you know, that's why I'm here. Right. Oh, there's a sander. Okay. Right. Go. Off. Yep. Right. I thought that would be the whistle. It's not an American train. Okay, yeah, that's true. Right, the gauge glass isolating cock is still open. Right, if we do that, has it changed anything? No, not so as you notice. Okay. All right. Okay. I should drive the night mail train. Isn't that the one that gets robbed in the Great Train Robbery? I mean, that would seem to be, you know, putting myself in harm's way without necessarily a cause. What was my favourite Train Simulator Classic route? That would be Liverpool Lime Street up to Ipswich, with the branch out to Felixstowe, and that's local because it's my local line effectively. And that's the only reason. That's the only reason I liked it. It's because of my local line. I didn't play enough of it. I did enjoy Manchester to Liverpool. That was good. But then I really like Liverpool Lime Street. Yeah. Okay. Moggy used to work on the mail trains. Okay. You've been enjoying Railroad Empire. It's starting to look a simulator. Is TSW2 the best option? In all honesty, yes, it probably is, because it has the easiest getting started options in there. The challenge with it is understanding where the fun is. Right? I mean this in all seriousness. It takes. This is not like other games where you get the reward for going to the end of the line. The reward is in operating the train. And the more effectively and the more efficiently you can operate it, the more satisfaction you'll get from it. And then the more safety systems and the more difficult you make it for yourself, the more you'll enjoy it. Now, it's got a vast collection of odds and ends that you can get for it, but only get the ones you want and wait for a sale. We discount everything all the time in sales. So wait for a sale, get some recommendations based on the trains that you like, and and you should do well with it. Now, the only reason I recommend this over alternates is because this is probably the most accessible train simulator available. So if you're just getting started with it and you like trains, but you just want to, you want to drive them around a bit, it's probably the best way to go. And it looks good, That's that's an added bonus. It looks good, which helps. I mean, most train simulators look pretty good, but ours looks best. It is the best show in town in terms of train simulators that look good. And if there were one that looked better, I would tell you that. That makes no sense for me to pretend. Yeah. Ronnie Biggs, Moggy Biggs. Moggy used to work on the mail trains. See, there's a crossover gate there. I'm losing speed again, and I think it's because my top dial is easing off, and I just need to know how to. Well, obviously it's biased. I work for the company, but if you disagree with my assessment, then feel free to say so. But based on my belief as a player, then that's what I would say. We were 2 miles out. I've turned everything off for the time being, and we'll see. Don't forget the red signal at the end of the station. Oh, I'm going to stop well in advance. I'm just coasting now. Yeah. It's because you're climbing up 3%. No, we're downhill at the moment. 0.6. We're 0.6 degree down bubble. Now we're climbing 4. Nope, still 0.6 down bubble. There you go. You put non in front. No. I am biased because I work for the company, Liam. That was the point I was making. Is obviously I'm biased because these nice people pay my wages. But I stand by that as being a realistic assessment of train simulators that are available. Am I on next week's roadmap? No, I'm not. I'll only turn up on road maps now when I'm talking about something that I've been working on, rather than being the inquisitor. I mean, as much as being the inquisitor is something that people tended to rather enjoy me doing. That'll be Alex or JD doing that now, and they do a fine job. It would be great to have an Xbox sale. As soon as we're offered one, you can have it. We're not offered sale opportunities on Xbox anywhere near as often as we are on Steam, and Sony give us maybe 1 or 2 more a year, but it's not many more. Is it as good as this on PS4? No. It's not quite as good as this on PS4. It's not a million miles off, but it's not quite as good. I'm playing on a very high-end PC, and that's why it's this glossy. It's not far off. There are plenty of videos that you can go check on the old internet there, and they'll give you a realistic read. Right, here we go. Right, 300 yards out. Plenty of brake pressure on. 200 yards out. Ready for 4. Okay. A bit more brake to full application. We're all fine here. We're all fine. This is fine. We're going to come in short. It's not necessarily the worst thing. Oh, look at this. This is not bad at all. Release. Come on. Coast a bit further. Oh, I like it. Stopping distances are going to be a challenge. Oh, you're going to make me go all the way, are you? Okay. Fine. All right. Give it some of this. Yeah. Mary, fire's gone out. Come on. Poke it. Right. Give it some of that. Yeah. And then give it just a tickle. Come on. There we go. No, I think that's gravity. Okay. You reckon we're using the gravity train at the moment? Yeah. Give it a thump. Alright. Give it more on the reverser. There you go. Right. That's it. Yeah. And then ease it back off again. Right. Now, tickle it forwards. Come on. Just tickle it forwards. Tickle it forwards. Come on. And it's only because it's being picky with regard to where I have to stop. Right, now. Enough of that. Thank you. No, not backwards. Don't need backwards. Never mind that. I'll just use the brakes. Alright. Yep. Yeah. There we go. Here we are. Right. And brakes on. And brakes on. There you go. Right, quit your griping. Keep the passengers on. Is this the same thing but newer? Is it better or worse? Than what? Caden, I missed your previous message, possibly. Right, there. Put it in mid. There you go. Right, think of the reverse like car gears, where 75% is first gear and 25% is top gear. I would think of it like that, except that's woefully improbable. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. Does it? No. Why would you do that way? Doesn't make any sense. Yeah. The people who built these things, 150 years before the first car, they'd never driven a car. So obviously they got it wrong. Yeah. Caden was asking about the difference between TS Classic and this. So basically, is the same thing but newer or better or worse? Your mileage may vary. In terms of the sheer range of stuff available, TS Classic is up there. In terms of which is better, it depends what you're looking for. I prefer this 100%. 100% better. There's no... I don't even have Train Sim Classic installed. Because I like having fun with my train. Right? And that means I like jumping in and out of the train. I like running up and down stations. I like doing things that you really shouldn't do. I play and find my own fun in doing so. Now, for many people, that's wrong. And many people get their fun from try and do it as authentically as possible. And I have to say, they're right, to a greater or lesser extent, in that there is a great deal of satisfaction to be had in doing things correctly. But at the end of the day, I want to be able to attempt to do things correctly, but then, still finish with a smile on my face if I've done things poorly. And Train Sim Classic is far more, it punishes you far more for doing things improperly. Can we do another French route? We probably could, but we've got no plans to at the moment. Yeah. Have they moved the stop markers at Runcorn? Used to be by the signal. Well, that one was pulled back, certainly. That one wasn't by the signal, so I guess so. Am I still hoping to see all of the TS back catalogue appear on TSW? Michael, never going to happen. Not a chance. No chance. That's never going to happen. I mean, even if there were the desire to do so, it's never going to happen. Right. This is one of my favourite bits of the journey from Crewe to Liverpool. Yeah. They haven't even finished the bridge yet. Yeah, I know. But it's just such a great view. And so I'm gonna set up for a bit of camera action. Are we gently accelerating? If you ease this back to about there and see how that gets you. Alright. Then turn off a bit of that and we'll pretend that we're on some kind of painter's rig on the side of the bridge here. Just waiting for the train to come past. How can you have a fire-breathing steam train carry mail, health and safety not? Well, indeed. American Steam, question mark. It would be very nice to have American Steam, but there is nothing to talk about at the moment. Yeah, I got no announcements or even hints of announcement to offer. Hold on, let's go up to the front of the train. We're a little far out, but this is pretty strong stuff. There we go. Infinitely better than using the cheat camera. Takes more work, although what I should do, of course, is plug in a controller and use that for a little bit of more precise camera control. Trying to move the mouse smoothly while all of this capering is going on, you know, takes a... You've got to be careful. Where is the multiplayer? The same place as it has always been. It's in other games. Not this one. After years! Well, yeah, Matt, the reason people keep banging on about multiplayer is because when original Train Sim World was first announced, Matt said, yes, multiplayer is something we definitely want to do. Except he worded that in it's something we're definitely going to do. And the upshot has been, yes, is there a plan for that? We've done some multiplayer experiments. We have experimented with multiplayer, and what we know so far is, well, that didn't work very well. So there is quite a lot of technical back to the drawing board involved when we're talking about multiplayer. So multiplayer is not on the cards anytime soon. Do we want it? Yes. We definitely want it. How's the temperature in the bunker? 26.2, 42% humidity. It's a little warmer than I'd like, but it is within tolerance. Yeah. Multiplayer coming soon to TSW3. I don't know where you've seen any of that kind of news. It's nothing that I've written. Right. Right, okay. Yeah. Coasting-ish. What do we got? Mossley Hill, 6.5 miles. Okay. That's a go via. Stuff Mossley Hill then. We'll just rip through there at whatever speed suits us. That said, of course, these signals are rather close to one another. And if it does want me to slow down, it can largely forget about it. You have to be clairvoyant to know if the signal's going to be adverse as you approach it. Oh, there you go. Okay, it's never coming out. If you assume it's never coming out, then you will not be disappointed. There we are. Yep. If you assume that we're never going to do multiplayer, you will not be disappointed. Do anyone see the train station render that someone made in Unreal Engine 5? Yeah. It looks great, but that's just it. Is doing a render that isn't having to do all the physics at the same time. Isn't having to run multiple trains. You kind of go like, well, yeah, you can be as photorealistic as you like. I mean, they make movies in Unreal Engine. I mean, even in Unreal Engine 4. If you see a yellow horizontal signal on with there's a red ahead. Yeah, I know. I look for yellows. If I see a yellow, I know there's one coming. But I'm not seeing yellows. I only use the HUD, of course, because all of this ARM business going on. I haven't done that tutorial yet. Yeah. Okay, stick your head out this way a little bit. Yeah, that's better. Okay, what are we doing? 45? Oh, we're feeling a little bit more lively than that. I think we probably are. Right, a little bit more thrust. Can I have the project file so I can have multiplayer support? No. Alternatively, go to dovetailgames.com/jobs, go to speculative application and chuck us your CV. And then, who knows? But let me tell you, there's a reason it doesn't work. There's a very good reason it doesn't work, and it's all about time. I was talking about this just the other day. I can't remember. Sorry, there's a moth. I'm trying to dispatch a moth that's hassling me. Yeah. There you Caltrain is electrifying the whole route and replacing the F40 and MP36 with new Statler EUs. Nice. Well, is it though? See, I mean, I like the Caltrain stuff that's on there at the moment. Plus, the more people start using the same, you know, half dozen different multi-unit jobs, it all just becomes, you know, is rail tourism going to be a thing of the past? Now, I'm not necessarily a rail tourist, but what I do like about visiting other countries is that they've got different trains. And when you see them, you go, ooh, nice. Right, we've got a red in 2 miles. Okay, I can be ready for that. See that you are. Yeah. More devs, more content updates. Yes, that's true. With more developers comes more stuff. It's very true. The F40 to MP36 is staying. Okay. I look good. More British with short hair, as a matter of fact. Well, I don't necessarily want to look more British. I look relatively British as it is. I'm a citizen of the planet. Yeah. And all that. The new TSW gain new lags. Swifty, you're just full of sound bites. If you've got a point you want to make, feel free to do so. But just chucking in zingers there from the side. So you've got the opportunity for a conversation. You see, you know, go back to Discord or Reddit or the forum or wherever it is you're from, and go stick your zingers in on there. But if you want a conversation, you're in the right place. I'm chatty. Huh? There you go. I don't see many trains. And you live 40 miles away from the nearest track. Where are you moving, Target? Country-wise. Because I find it hard to believe that you'd be on the British Isles, being 40 miles away from the nearest track. That seems implausible to me. All right, why am I low on gumption at the moment? How far to the Dark City roundabout? Hopefully never on this one. Crazy thing. Swifties from Germany. Wow, Vigates. There you go. What's the small handle on the train that is turning through the window? What, that bad boy there is that's something technical. I've got to stop. Hang on. Right, there we go. Ooh. Well, I possibly had my regulator set in the wrong place. Put some of this on. Yeah. No time to hang around. There's only 700 yards to go. Did you recharge your brake? No, I possibly didn't. Okay, well, this could be exciting then. That's right, 500 yards, 30 miles an hour, no problem. We're fine. We're fine. I look like a Scouse brick. Plasterer, I think you'll find. You'd never catch a brickie in a polo shirt. What are you talking about? No, plasterer. Plasterers wear polo shirts. Okay, well, we've stopped ahead of schedule. Yeah, you haven't. Well, what are you poking? Don't poke that again. Right, let's go out and see if my rotator's still rotating. If not, we'll take off and watch the rotator doing its thing while it's doing its thing. There you go. Right. What percentage of console users are on 9th gen? Is it close to 50-50? Nowhere near 50-50. 8th gen is still miles ahead. I don't have exact numbers, but I do. I regularly talk to the team who look after the retail team, right? So these are the people who make stuff happen in stores and get it into the right place at the right time and all of that kind of business. And I've kind of got a standing request with them for you know, if the balance of power starts shifting, let me know. Because I haven't done any surveying in yonks, so I don't have any actual data to play with. But no, the older generation stuff is still miles ahead. Because what you have to remember is that there is an awful lot of people who play Train Sim Worlds who don't play anything else. You know, they've picked up a console just to play this game, having seen it elsewhere. Yeah, posh brickies wear polo shirts. Means they get double charged for the job. Yeah. You're in Scotland. In which case you'll be a Highlander. Right, okay. Are the brakes off? The brakes are off. Okay, have we charged the doodah? With the doodah is charged. Okay. Untwizzle the doodah. Yeah. Okay. Right, what do we need? What have I broken, kids? Right, let's crank that all into away we go. All right, we've got the shudders. Oh yeah. There you go. Last gen will be out of stock starting 2025. Maybe. Right, we'll just ease it forward. There are still supply issues with 9th gen. Yeah, they're not as severe as they were. If you put an order in somewhere, your wait won't be endless. I mean, you'll get one through sooner or later, but you can't just rock into the shop and pick one up yet. And this is the same across the games industry. Is people will stop supporting older platforms when it is no longer sensible to do so. Oh, hold on, we got some business up here. It looked like we did. We have got some business up here. All right, clown, what are you doing? I think you might be holding me up. Oh no, you're moving, so you're not holding me up. And my signal's clean. Oh, quickly. Right, no, that. Give me 8 now. All right, there we go. So we want a bit of this. All right, and then didn't have time to throw in the shot. Well, I probably did, but I was faffing about too much. Either way, that's quite pleasing. You know what? I want to take some BR Blue up here, and I will do at some point, but not today. Right, we've got green. So let's put a foot down. GPUs are still in short demand. GPUs are less of a problem now because a whole lot of the Bitcoin miners have started flogging their cards off because of the crypto crashing. Yeah. Cut off 55 for passenger. Cut off 55 for passenger. Okay. Any chance for a B44 steam train for Train Sim World 2? There's every chance. I mean, it has. I mean, as far as trains that could appear in Train Sim World 2, it is a dead heat between all the trains at the current time. Right. The GTX 1070 served incredibly well for many years. I had a 1080 Ti. Is magnificent. It's still in service in another computer, but yeah, I had to justify to myself getting a 3090, and it took me about a week to go, should I get one? They were the only thing in stock. 3070s were gone, 3080s were gone, but they had 3090s in free stock, and people were going, oh, I'm not paying that much, and I went like, well, I can sort of justify it. Cut off 55 when starting, then gradually down to, I assume by cut off you mean reverser, right? You probably don't. Okay. Yeah, good. Right. Smashing. Yeah. You got an old 1060. 1060 is a good card. Yeah. Yeah. You're not going to get any. No, you're not going to get any argument for it. You've got too many other hobbies to justify GPU upgrade. I know it's an arms race, and I think one of the reasons that so many people jumped on the 3000 series is because so many people were using things like 1050s, 1060s, 1070s, 1080s, which were perfectly good cards, and so didn't feel the justification to jump on the 2000 series. By the time the 3000 rolled around, they were all like, now's the time, and this seems like an awful lot of card for not too much buck. Yeah, where are we going? Mossley Hill, and it's a via. Okay, fine. Well, let's give it some more throttle then. Let's ease that to about there. Yeah, we're still a little bit low on whatever it is that makes the train go. Let's do some of that. That's not going to help. That vents stuff out the front. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah. Now, is that actually an auto twizzle? I've got to go look. Right, we've got a little bit of time before anything's going to happen. We're in the Repulse, which seems, yeah, fitting for me driving it. All right, someone with knowledge. What's the cranking handle in aid of? Anyone? Anyone? Where's the cat? He'll be downstairs somewhere, I think. Probably asking for more food. That cat is hungry all the flaming time at the moment. It's a mechanical lubricator. Oh, okay. And so it's using some kind of gearing to decide when it needs stuff going through. Bring the cut off right back. Which cut off? Cut off. I've got reverser, right? I've got the firebox door, obviously. I've got a regulator. Cylinder cock's closed. Yep. No, it's all good. I have. If there is a cut off, I haven't been taught about it. Where's my hair gone? I've gone for the easy maintenance summertime cool haircut. Cut off equals reverser. Well, just say reverser next time. You and your flash language. Right. I'm sure. Look, I don't. You have to remember. I just ride the thing. I don't know what makes them tick. To quote Donald Sutherland. Or Oddball, depending on whether you want to go for the actual movie or whatnot. Apparently the Class 60 is coming into the game. Is it? That's news to me, Connor. But thanks for sharing. Shaved my head the other day for the first time and got sunburnt on the scalp. Oh. Well, I don't know what you were doing wrong there. I've had no problems. But then again, I only went for a grade 1. Didn't go all the way to the Yule Brinners. Reverser to 20. It's at 20. It is at 20. The reverser is at 20. It says so in the little dial as well. I'll drop the regulator a little bit. There you go. You heard Snowpiercer too. Yeah, maybe. All right, 900 yards to go. It's fine. We'll park the train for a minute. No, it's a go via. Oh, flipping go vias. Yep. Okay. There you go. UP 844 is still in special service. I don't think it'll ever stop. I don't think they'll ever let it stop. I mean, that's Snowpiercer right there. I can go to 17 on the reverser. I can go to all kinds of numbers, but I shall go to 17. Okay. Are you calculating that in real time, or are you using a slide rule? Nuclear trains. Have Denzel as a playable character. No. Unstoppable's only is okay. You want John Voight. You want Runaway Train for a proper good train movie, and then you want which is less of a train movie, but still superior, is going to be Taking a Pelham 1, 2, 3, the original, obviously, not least of all for the music. How interesting will the road map be? The road map will be fascinating. Yeah. You raise me silver streak, you lose. You can't win. You can't. I've got numbers 1 and 2 in the Great Train movies. Pelham 1, 2, 3 with Edward Woodward. No, he's not in either of them. Edward Wood. No, Robert Shaw. You're thinking of, surely? Yes, he is. Is he? He's not in Pelham 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. Well, that's news to me. I've seen both. I've seen both versions of Pelham 123. I do not recall Ed Wood in either of them. And if he is in either of them, he's an also ran. Anyway, we've got Edge Hill coming up in 2 miles, which at the current rate of progress will be about 4 months. Yeah. There we go. Here we are. We're just cruising now. Still, the auto lubricant is still auto lubricanting. There you go. Whack the throttle open and set the reverse to 20. Thank you, Davey. Well, no, that's the wrong button. Hang on. You can call it cut off now because I'll know what you mean. All right, up the tempo. All right, I have gripped it and ripped it. Let's see it perform. I mean, we've got 0.9 of a degree uphill, but you would have thought we should be able to grunt our way through that. Right. Yeah. Okay. Silver Streak stars Gene Wilder. That's not a bad thing. We like Gene Wilder. He's a good lad. It was Robert Shaw. I know it's Robert Shaw. You can't catch me on. I mean, next you'll be telling me that Ernest Borgnine is in it, and he's not. But you could be forgiven. It was. You demand a recasting. What, from Robert Shaw, one of the greatest actors ever to have graced the screen? You are incorrect. Right. Something tells me this train is stalling. You're not alone. You're not alone. I'm going to give it a bit more of this and see if it finds the mood. There you go. Come on. There you go. It's you know, if it needs to be in a lower gear, let's put it in a lower gear, which is higher. Yeah. 1.5 miles to Edge Hill. There we go. Edward Woodward and Denzel were both the Equalizer. Denzel's version of the Equalizer, very good. Both of them. I enjoyed both those movies. I thought they were excellent. Bernard Cribbo. Bernard Cribbins, I wouldn't say he was a legend. I would say he was lovely. He was lovely in everything he was in. Yeah. Hello, Finley. There you go. I think that's what Finley was after. Going uphill needs more power. I've given it. It's got the flipping. I'm giving it all the cheese that I've got in the cupboard. There you go. Cut-off works like constantly variable gearbox. Keep it 55 to 20 for passenger work. Well, I got it in 75 at the moment. It's actually picked up speed a bit, but the grade's eased off. I think chances are the problem here was that I came into that slope not carrying enough speed. Robert Shaw made Jaws what it was. Two righty, well, no, actually all three of them, Dreyfus and Roy Scheider and Robert Shaw between the three of them. Jaws is one of my favourite movies. It's amazing. So well made. Yeah. Obviously, Matin Awanzi is making a Doctor Who reference. I see. I see. What's my favourite train sim World 2 locomotive in a route or standalone? I don't have one. I only rate trains according to do I like them a bit or do I like them a lot. I have yet to come across a train that I don't like at all, although the closest would probably be stuff like the ICE, and it's not because there's anything wrong with the ICE, there's just not much to do. I like the TGV, but the ICE just leaves me a little bit, I'd rather play something a bit more stoppy-starty, you know? Am I on PC? Yeah. My steam pressure is low. It's all very well telling me this stuff, Adam. Now tell me how to fix it. Right, I'm deregulated at present. Right. What TSW routes am I playing at the moment? Spirit of Steam, Liam. You've been watching. That's the route that I'm playing at the moment. Huh? Hey? Huh? Huh? There we go. Do I like Steam a bit or a lot? Too soon to say. Too soon to say. I like it for the variety. in that it's different to other stuff at the moment, but I don't understand what I'm doing, and therefore, yeah, I'm unconsciously incompetent at the present time. Once I'm consciously incompetent, which I'm probably close to at this point, will be better. But I want to get to consciously competent, please. That will help a lot. Yeah. Okay, what's the hardest train you find to drive? Oh, that's a good question. Right now, this one, because I don't understand it, as mentioned. But I think the ones I have the most trouble with tend to be the super heavy freight, actually, in the US. Super heavy freight, but only on some routes when there is an awful lot of when you've got a really lengthy train and you've got a lot of hills to play with. Getting those hill starts right, that I find quite challenging. Actually operating them, it's not too bad once I remember to turn the freight car off correctly. Fundamentally, yeah, it tends to be the combination of the grade and the length of train that gives me any kind of, why on that one. All right, there you go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I've taken the brakes off, put the throttle on. Come on, we're going downhill and everything. Give it some more reversage. All right. All the way up to 75. Come on. Let's be having it. And then less throttle. No, that's not throttle. That's throttle. Drop that down to about 7. Max forwards. And dead. Well, good times. Let's give it a dab of this. There we go. There we go. Sherman Hill Sandpatch Grade, Horseshoe Curve. Yeah, with the under the right circumstances, because an awful lot of it is dependent on something you did 5 minutes ago. And if you got it wrong 5 minutes ago, you have got it wrong, and it is going to go wrong for you. And I like that, but at the same time, I don't do it enough to be aware of where the pitfalls are going to be. Am I having a great day? I'm having a perfectly acceptable day. Yeah, perfectly acceptable. Nothing wrong today. I'm a noob when it comes to steam trains. This is my first run in a steam train. Yeah, and we shot through a red like we really meant business. I mean, we properly went for it through a red. There you go. And also, my fingers are confusing the reverse from the regulator. It's okay. It's okay. It's all going to be fine. It's all going to be fine. There you go. Right, now, give the regulator just a bit of a tickle. Just enough to get us moving. There you go. There we go. What would I say was the most underrated route? I can't give you recommendations on routes. I just can't. It's just the route is just where the train is running, and therefore it's a route for me is good or great or bad or whatever based on how much fun it is to drive there. And I'll be honest, I don't play the game enough to put together any kind of a consistent position. All right, the stop for this one is what, 30 yards before a red, so we're going to be careful. Yeah, we're cruising in through Edge Hill. Oh, very nice. Yeah. Edge Hill used to be an absolute monster of a station. Used to be an absolute monster. Well, not even the station particularly. It's because of the amount of stuff that you used to then send down to the docks. Yep. These days, next to nothing. Any chance for a Spanish route? Well, there is a non-zero chance for a Spanish route. It has about the same amount of chance as any other route that is not in the UK, Germany, or the USA. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I'm not going to tell you anything new or interesting. I mean, for one, this is the spoiler-free zone. You know, we don't leak in the slightest. Not on my streams. Not on my watch. And not unless I do it deliberately. Yeah, and it looks like everybody missed my my deliberate insertion earlier on, which pleases me no end. There we go. Close enough, surely. Alright. Kick the punters off the train. There we go. Right. Hello, madam. Yep. Only half an hour late, ladies and gentlemen. Perfectly acceptable. Pick up your British Rail ham sandwich. Whoop. Sorry, moving the camera too fast. I forgot I'm not on foot. Right. Okie dokie. Are we... No. You've still got about a month and a half to load the passengers. Okay, fine. Am I going to turn the train around on the turntable? No, I'm not. No. I've already given you a bit of bonus time this evening, given that I ruined it all earlier on. So we'll get in. It'll be perfect. We'll stop the train. Look at the nice eerie glow being generated by Mary there, operating a shovel like a boss. Come on, Mary, shovel it. She's getting to shoveling. Weren't they cheese sandwiches on old BR? They were ham in the 80s, which is when I recall partaking in them. Disappointing ham too, pre-formed, obviously. You know what's interesting? Gone. I didn't touch anything there. I think we're moving forwards just purely based on the energy conveyed from the doors closing. Okay. Anyway, let's give it some of that. Actually, we need to do the thing with the thing. That. Crank it. No, it's already there. We're in business already. Okie dokie. Now let's give it a poke. Put it in about 50. Yeah. Right. Give it a slap. Right, and we're away. Very slowly. Very slowly. Didn't beat your record. 29 minutes late, still got a goal. Yeah. Well, that's the benefits of a subsidised service. Did anyone die on the way to your destination? Nope. Have a gold medal. Stop thrashing it so much and you'll actually get some traction. And no, you're not allowed to use the sander. Yeah, there we go. Right, come on. Yeah, that's the stuff. Poke me head out the window. Right. Awesome. I love this station approach so much. I love it to bits. It is fantastic. There we go. I always say now you want to accelerate. Well, you've got some more steam in the steam gubbins this time around, and you're going downhill, which possibly helps as well. You've got 800 yards to a 15, so maybe ease it back a little bit. Okay. All right, here we go. Use the sander every time. You're gonna run out of sand. I've seen it happen. It's not a pretty sight, just not in this game. Yeah, can we have Merseyrail? Well, Finley, there is a non-zero chance of us adding Merseyrail. I would say of all of the routes that we were to add, it's got an even chance with all of the other routes that we're potentially going to add. Yeah. The same could be said of all the other routes as well. So, ha. No, I can't tell you. I'm not going to... Well, firstly, I'm not allowed to tell you, even if I knew, which I don't. And secondly, even if I do, which I don't, I wouldn't tell you anyway, because it hasn't been announced. When stuff's announced, then it will be announced and you'll know about it. Until it's announced, you won't know about it. And therefore, that's all there is to it. Slow down. I am slowing down. Ish. More or less. Yeah. And surely, if I throw the train off here, surely it's only going to send me back to Edge Hill, right? It's not going to send me back to Longcore or something daft. Non-zero includes negative numbers. There you go. See, Maths Club is in the house. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, good. Are we stopping then? Release chuffing brake. There you go. Oh, I see the steam brake decided to put itself... I think we might have been carrying the steam brake for a little while. That would explain much. It would explain quite a lot, yes. Right. And again. There you go. Just a bit of a tickle. I love the brakes on this. I love them. I love how abusive your relationship with the brakes is on this train. That's going to take you some proper getting used to, and you need to open that back up again. Because until that's at 21, it is going to be slowing you down. I get that now. I get what it's doing. I have witnessed enough cause and effect. Oh, I'm only lucky that I haven't leaked anything. I mean, anytime I do leak stuff, I tend to do it deliberately because it amuses me, and because I've probably asked permission. Yeah, that's just it. We're not. Look, here's the thing: we're not going to tell you anything until we're ready to tell you it. Right? We put a lot of planning into announcing stuff because we want to make sure that when we announce something, we've got all of the information you could possibly want at our disposal at that moment. And therefore, there is a very considerable plan behind any announcement we make. We don't do things just willy-nilly. Well, nobody else does. I do. Obviously, I'm Captain Willy-nilly. That's my middle name. But no, everybody else, they're considered and diligent. Yeah. What's my rule of thumb for stopping distances here? I haven't got one yet. I haven't stopped anything like enough times to be able to be able to come up with any kind of a rule. Ooh, now which? Yeah, it's these ones. So these are your Pendolino tracks over here. Yeah, just the Pendos. In fact, yeah, they do come in this side of that bridge pillar, unless they've replaced that in the 70 odd years since this is set. But I doubt it. It looks pretty robust even now. An awful lot of that is all covered these days. But you'll know that too. But these are your Pendo tracks. And then when I used to work at Sony, I would catch some rattly old pacer out of one of these four. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, just they are. Oh, I could try the buffers. There we go. Alright, here we go. Right, wait for it. Perhaps some brakes? Well, go on then. Too late. And like a charm. There you go. That'll do it for this evening. Thank you very much. Did I work on the Getaway game? No, I didn't. I worked on Little Big Planet. That's what I worked on for Sony. And that was 12 years ago, I guess. Maybe 13. Yeah. Pro tip, don't drive it into the buffers. There you go. That's, if I learned nothing else, it's that the reverser is sometimes referred to as a cut-off. I've got that now. And that you want to crank the big ejector, you want to crank that to 21, or keep it open until 21, and then you can close it back up again. I know that. And that even at 5 miles per hour, don't drive into the buffers. No. No, for that's an unwise thing to do. Anyway, I hope you all have a pleasant remainder of your evening or day or whatever time it is that where you are, and so forth. And I'll catch up with you next time. Thanks for watching. Find the button. Yeah, I've got the button. It's here. All right. Cheerio.